Here's Johnny.
Red rum! Red rum! Red rum! Red rum! Stop it! Red
Who are you?
It's you. You're a gunslinger, right?
Tell the kid whoever walks with you dies by my hand.
The whole town's been using this place for generations. Kind of ritual out of it. Those woods belong to something else.
No! Mama! You cry, little girl. Cry for forgiveness. No! Daddy.
What's going on?
Your child is not the only thing that will come back.
Hug your daughter.
I should never have shown you that place.
For fans of literature and films alike, the name Stephen King needs no introduction. Some of the greatest creations in cinema history like The Shining, The Shawshank Redemption, and The Green Mile are based on his rich body of work.
Orders from the house.
In this video, we take a look at the greatest Stephen King films of the last decade. The 4th and 5th spot in the list are occupied by It and It Chapter 2 respectively. The 2017 movie follows the journey of 7 children, Beverly, Bill, Richie, Mike, Ben, Eddie, and Stan, who are terrorized by Pennywise, a malevolent supernatural being that feeds on people's fears.
Come out and play, Lucy!
While coming up with a plan to defeat the terrorizing clown, along the way, the kids were forced to face their inner demons and forged unbreakable bonds with one another.
If it isn't dead, if it ever comes back, we'll come back too.
Now, despite the existence of Stranger Things, this movie was quite fresh in 2017 and reminded us of our own friendships, fears, and heartbreaks. But in comparison, the 2019 sequel felt quite cliched, and even the combined star power of James McAvoy and Jessica Chastain were not enough to salvage this derivative mess of a movie. Nonetheless, the duology is still quite watchable and ranks among the best when it comes to Stephen King cinematic adaptations.
I can play with the clown!
On the 3rd spot, we have a gem of a situational horror film that not many know about.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Gerald's Game is about a woman whose husband dies of a heart attack when she is handcuffed to a bed.
Gerald! Look at me! Wake up, Gerald!
After a slow start, the movie turns into a taut escape thriller where Jessie has to battle her inner demons, the elements, and also her mind playing tricks on her.
This is you. All over. Problem, panic, denial, hoping it'll magically vanish.
Without revealing spoilers, I will only say that the film does give her a cathartic ending and drives home the point that our greatest fears often live only inside our heads.
You're so much smaller than I remember.
Although 2017 was overrun with Stephen King adaptations like It, Gerald's Game, and The Dark Tower, 1922 was the best of the lot.
You won't be selling them 100 acres.
The movie tells the story of tortured would-be lunatic Wilfred James, who murders his wife and is also indirectly responsible for the death of his son and his pregnant girlfriend.
Please just kill me. Open my throat like I opened yours.
As Wilfred loses his mind throughout the course of the movie and rats keep appearing as a symbol of his guilt, one cannot help but notice the resemblance to The Shining, which is also a story of a middle-aged man who gradually goes insane and tries to murder his family. Before moving on to the best, I would like to mention 2 other films that barely miss spots in the top 5, Caddy and Pet Sematary. Caddy is about a shy girl outcast by her peers who uses her telekinetic powers after being a victim of a cruel prank at her senior prom. And Pet Sematary follows a family that discovers a mysterious graveyard in the woods behind their new home.
Sometimes dead is better.
Now it is very easy to botch up a sequel to an iconic movie like The Shining. That's exactly why it's even more commendable that Dr. Sleep doesn't necessarily use or need The Shining as a crutch to stand out on its own. It follows Danny Torrance as he battles childhood trauma due to the events that unfolded at the Overlook Hotel several years back. After coming to terms with his true self, he eventually helps a young girl with similar powers to fight the True Knot, an evil group who prey on children with powers to live long lives.
You are a special little thing, aren't you?
And let's just say, when Dan and Abra reach the Overlook Hotel in the final act of the movie to thwart Rose's evil plans, it feels like homecoming for us Shining fans. It's like an extended epilogue to the 1986 classic and feels like comfort food. So I guess that wraps it up. What would your list look like? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Click on the little bell icon to be notified whenever a new one comes out. Don't forget to share this video with your friends. I'll see you guys next time.